Hey, welcome to the video and welcome to our flying field out here in beautiful southeast Queensland. Amazing blue skies, very light winds, perfect day for a paramotor. Today I wanted to go through my launching technique. It's gleaned from information from many sources, whether it be from full-size paramotor and paraglider pilots like people like Tucker got, or the amazing videos up on the manufacturer websites. But this is my HobbyKing V1 paramotor. Let's get set up and I'll talk you through my launch process. First point is just to lay out the wing and make sure all the lines are straight and not tangled. Of course, if you folded the wing nicely the last time you flew, then this should not be an issue. But just make sure that none of the little knots, strings are all intertwined with each other. And at this point you can start to work out where the wind's coming from. We can see here that it's wanting to build what we call the wall, and it's nice and symmetrical. So if we were over this way off the wind, we can see that one end side wouldn't inflate as well as the other. If you're nice and central, then it's going to stay nice and inflated centrally. I've got this set up. I'm a mode 1 flyer, throttle on the right. So on aileron stick, roll stick, I have elevon mixing. On the up elevator I have brakes. Got a little bit of down elevator available, and that's just if I need to tweak a new wing. I want to work out whether it would fly better with slightly shorter brakes. Then I can push my stick forward a little bit. But the biggest thing that I do is always have a kill switch set up. So in normal instances you would have to set your throttle as needed, but the way I launch, the method I've had the most success with, is to actually set the throttle first. I like it just a smidge above 50%, and then as the wing comes up, all I have to do is hit the kill switch, and of course the motor's straight on. So that way I'm not having a spinning propeller in my hand with a wing that isn't somewhere near well inflation, and it allows me to check that the wing's inflated and then add power and then fly away. So that's my step there. So I'll just put the transmitter down and we'll do a couple of practice inflations and go through that. Whenever you're launching, once again we'll just make sure all these lines are straight. I always start with the propeller pointing down so that when I'm pulling directly on the lines. If I'm with the nose down, you can see that the prop cage could sometimes shorten or control the length of the lines, which you don't want. You want to start this way. And I find that if I pull, it's like when you're launching a kite, when you pull the strings on a stunt kite to get it to inflate, and then as it inflates, keep that arm up and over the top. So I'll just do a practice one here. So, and then you would add power at the top. So once again, make sure all your clips, sometimes these get tucked around the bottom like that, and that can mean you've got steering biased one way straight away. So I just like to make sure, as my pre-flight, make sure everything's straight, build the wall, so I'm putting enough tension I can feel the winds coming from directly behind me. If once again, if I was off center, you could see the wall wouldn't be symmetrical. So get that point where the wall is up, and then it's pull, and then continue to sweep up over the top. And at that point, it's not about just letting the paramotor go, it's about giving it a push into the air. So one more practice. So nice and square, we're going to pull. So that time I saw that the right wingtip on my left here wasn't perfectly laid out. I didn't concentrate on step 1, which is building that wall. Keep it nice and level, up and over, there we go. So you can see that it doesn't take much forward speed to get this wing to inflate, but up and away. Okay, so the last complication is just to hold your transmitter at the same time. Now, as I said, I'm flying mode 1, throttle's on the right here, kill switch is off. So by setting the throttle and then having my finger up here near the kill switch, I can add that power by pushing this switch forward at the point where I'm happy that the wing is inflated up and over my head. So I'm going to set my throttle just slightly above half, have my finger ready here, and it's always okay to abort a takeoff. That's better than fixing a paramotor or untangling lines from the propeller. The other thing I've done is set a throttle brake. So if I power on and then off, you see how that stops really quickly? So I've trained myself that if anything's about to go crazy, getting close to the ground, might crash, hitting the kill switch is going to apply an ESC brake, and that just means it's less likely to suck all the lines in and wrap them around the hub and cut the lines off with the propeller. Ask me how I found out that one. Okay, so throttle set, wind's coming from directly behind me. I've got in my mind I'd like to launch, but if it doesn't look right at the top, I'm not going to. Here we go. And there we go. Not the prettiest landing, but no damage done. Let's have another launch. Set the throttle just above half. Finger on the kill switch ready. That wind's slightly changed angle. There we go. Hope you enjoyed our little video today down here in beautiful blue southeast Queensland. Hopefully there's some tips there you can apply to your model. Have a great day.